The whispering shadows of Blackwood Manor. The silent call of Blackwood Manor. You've heard the whispers. They always say, "Don't go to Blackwood Manor." But like all forbidden things, the allure of the unknown beckons. And now it's too late to turn back. As you stand at the rusted iron gates of Blackwood Manor, the oppressive air weighs down on your chest. It's silent, the kind of silence that feels wrong. The wind doesn't dare stir, and the trees seem frozen, as though they too fear what lies inside. The once grand estate, now decrepit, looms before you, a place where shadows live and time has forgotten its passage. Behind the gates, the manor stands like a forgotten tomb, decaying with each passing year. The windows are hollow eyes, blackened from age and neglect, staring down with malevolent intent. You can feel the eyes of the house on you, but something more, something worse watches too. Turn around. Don't go in, the voice echoes, but it's not coming from any person. It's in your mind, crawling beneath your skin, an uninvited guest. The air around you shifts, thick and suffocating. There is something in the air, something ancient and vile. You force yourself forward, pushing the gate open with a screech that sounds far too loud for the eerie silence. It feels like the manor is waking, groaning in response to your presence. With every step, the floor beneath you creaks and groans like a warning. The whispers grow louder, now unmistakable, and they call your name. The hallway stretches out before you, long and dark, the walls lined with tarnished mirrors that reflect nothing but the shadows. They twist, shape-shift, almost alive. You don't dare look too long, because you know deep down that the moment you do, something will look back. A low, guttural whisper curls into your ear. You shouldn't have come. Now you will never leave. You freeze, heart pounding, but when you turn, there's no one there. The shadows in the corner of your vision flicker, as if moving, but the room stays still. The cold on your skin intensifies. It's no longer the chill of an abandoned house. It's the cold of something that doesn't want you to stay. Suddenly, the floor beneath you shakes. The ground seems to rumble, and a door creaks open at the far end of the hall. An invitation you can't refuse, not now. You step closer, compelled, your feet heavy as though the house is pulling you toward it. The door swings wide, revealing a room filled with old portraits. They hang crookedly, their faces blurred, as though time itself is erasing them. Yet, as you step inside, the faces in the portraits change. Their eyes snap open, following you, tracking your every move. They smile, but it's not a smile of warmth. No, it's something far more sinister. A promise that you've already been marked. Then the door slams shut behind you. You spin, breath ragged, heart racing. The room feels smaller now. The walls close in. The whispers grow into laughter, soft and hollow, echoing from every corner. But the sound isn't just in your ears, it's in your mind, suffocating, crushing, relentless. You should have stayed away, it says over and over until it's a chorus in your head. You shouldn't have come. And then the lights flicker. In the fleeting dark you see it. A shape in the corner. It's not human. It shouldn't exist. Its eyes glint with malice, its form shifting, ever-changing yet always watching. A shadow too dark for light to touch. It opens its mouth, and its voice is like 1,000 voices, whispering one word, one name over and over again. Mine. You can't move. The room is too small, the air too thick. Something pulls at your soul, dragging you closer to the shadow. The laughter doesn't stop. It never will. And as you finally break free of the paralyzing terror, one thought strikes you harder than anything you felt before. You're not alone. Before you can scream, everything goes black. The mark of the whispering shadows. The darkness wraps around you, but it's not silent this time. There's something in it, a presence that lingers, suffocating, waiting. You can feel it like an invisible hand pressing down on your chest. You try to breathe, but the air feels thick, like you're drowning. Your limbs feel heavy, your mind foggy, and yet, in the pitch-black void, the whispers continue. You shouldn't have come. You'll never leave. Each word is like a needle threading itself into your skin, embedding itself deeper. There's no escape, no turning back. You struggle, but it's as if you're trapped in a nightmare where the very act of waking up makes it worse. Suddenly, the darkness shifts. The cold floor under your feet is no longer cold, it's warm, sticky. Your feet stick to the floor, but you can't look down. You don't want to. Something is moving beneath the surface. Something alive. The walls around you pulse. The air hums with a rhythm, like a heart beating deep inside the house, in tune with your own terrified pulse. Then you hear it, the sound of breathing. Not your own. Heavy, raspy, like it's coming from someone, or something, close by but you can't see it. The shadows cling to the edges of your vision, closing in tighter. You know deep down that it's there waiting, watching. The house isn't just a house anymore. It's alive and it wants you. You turn, but it's futile. The hallway seems endless, stretching out into an abyss. The sound of that breathing grows louder, more erratic. You try to move, but your legs don't obey. You want to scream, but your mouth feels sealed shut. The breath catches behind you, hot and sharp, just at the back of your neck. A whisper in your ear, close enough that you can feel the wetness of its voice. You can't leave, not now. Your heart pounds harder, but before you can even think, the room flickers back to life. Dim lights flickering on one by one, as if something in the manor was awakening just for you. You see it then. It's not a person. It's the shape from before, the shadow that hunted you, its form now more solid, its eyes gleaming with malicious intent. It steps into the light and your body freezes, unable to move. The air is thick with dread. Its skin is black, like ink, like a shadow that should have never been given substance. The creature is impossibly tall, its body contorting in unnatural angles, and its smile. Oh, that smile. It's too wide, too stretched, too wrong. It doesn't belong in this world. I told you, it whispers, its voice 1,000 sharp knives scraping against your skull. You should have never come. The whispers in the house grow louder, feeding off its presence, and you realize with horrifying clarity that they're not just whispers, they're voices. They're the voices of the dead, the forgotten, the ones who dared enter Blackwood Manor and never left. They're trapped like you are now, but it's worse than you could ever imagine. It's too late. The creature's eyes bore into yours, unblinking. It raises a hand, long, thin, fingers clawed and black like burnished charcoal, and it points at you. You try to run, but the air thickens, trapping you in place. Your body won't move. Your limbs are frozen. The creature steps closer, the floor creaking beneath its weight. And you feel it, the heavy, suffocating pressure of its presence. It's in your head now. Its voice is inside your mind, its whispers crawling beneath your skin, echoing through every thought. I am Blackwood, and now you are mine. The lights flicker and dim again, plunging the room into darkness once more. The whispering grows louder. You can't see it, but you feel it. You can't move, but you know it's there. Its presence is suffocating, the air crackling with the energy of an ancient evil that's waited for this moment, waited for you to step into its domain. And just as the darkness seems to consume you, you hear the final whisper. You will never leave, never wake from this nightmare. You try to scream, but there's no sound, no escape. The nightmare doesn't end. It never ends. It's in your head now. And as the last breath leaves your body, you know one horrifying truth. You're part of the story now. If you're still here, if you've made it this far, it's not over. Don't close your eyes, because now Blackwood Manor knows your name. Subscribe, or you might just feel the whispers follow you home. You've been marked, and you can never unhear what you've just heard.